There's a lot of rumors out there that are saying that the Raiders have a lot of interest in signing Russell Wilson. And Russell Wilson is coming off a pretty solid season, a bounce back season under Sean Payton, and they're moving on from him. And the Raiders need a quarterback. They obviously can't roll with Aiden O'Connell. So Russell Wilson, he will be Antonio Pierce, QB1, to begin his Raiders coaching career. After he worked so hard to get the full-time coaching job, he will put his trust in Russell Wilson, a quarterback that's about to be 36 years old at the start of next season, that obviously is regressing, going up against Patrick Mahomes twice, Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert twice, and then you're going to have to see Sean Payton, a future Hall of Fame coach, twice. And Russell Wilson is the answer to the Raiders' quarterback struggles? Yeah, if the Raiders were to sign Russell Wilson, it would be the fast way or the fast track way for Antonio Pierce getting fired. Because Russell Wilson is not it as the starting quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders. If the Raiders are serious about winning and they seriously want to become Super Bowl contenders, then they need to get serious at quarterback. And getting Russell Wilson isn't getting serious, it's getting unserious. You got two of the best quarterbacks in the NFL in this division, Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert. And then you got Jim Harbaugh in this division now. I don't give a damn if Antonio Pierce ran through this division last year when he was the interim head coach. Because he's not going to be coaching against the same teams that he beat last year. You're going up against Jim Harbaugh, who took the 49ers to 3 straight NFC championships and the Super Bowl his first 3 years with the team when he last coached in the NFL. I don't want to hear anything about we don't know if Jim Harbaugh is going to work, because history and his resume shows that he's going to succeed and he's going to work. He's a proven head coach. Right now, Jim Harbaugh is already a top 10 coach in the league. And even if you don't have confidence that Jim Harbaugh is going to work, if you want to play devil's advocate, if you're a Raiders fan, you still believe that you're going to have a chance at beating the Chargers with a better head coach and a better defense with Russell Wilson? That's not being serious. Russell Wilson is old and regressing. If you draft a guy like Jaden Daniels in this year's draft and you want to sit him for a couple of weeks, then it would be a good idea to sign Russell Wilson. But if you're signing Russell Wilson with the plan of making him your starting quarterback, and this is the dude who you believe is going to be good enough to win you the AFC West, then Antonio Pierce is not going to succeed in Las Vegas. If Antonio Pierce, who is a defensive-minded coach, is going to win and arguably the toughest division in NFL, he needs to have a great quarterback. Russell Wilson is not a great quarterback anymore. We saw what he was under Nathaniel Hackett. The only reason he had the numbers that he had this season was because of Sean Payton. Sean Payton was the same head coach that was 5-1 at one point in his final season in New Orleans with Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston had the best touchdown interception ratio in the NFL at that time before he got injured against Tampa Bay. And he finished the season going 9-8 with several different quarterbacks. He's won with other quarterbacks not named Drew Brees. So Russell Wilson, if he was shit with Nathaniel Hackett and was all of a sudden serviceable again with Sean Payton, is that because of Russell Wilson being good, or is that because Sean Payton is a good coach and he put Russell Wilson in the best offense to maximize the current talent that he has at this stage of his career? I have to go with the latter. Russell Wilson would be an awful decision for the Raiders to be their next quarterback if their plan is him being QB1 for the whole season and him being able to go toe-to-toe with Mahomes and Justin Herbert. Like, that's not going to work. And if I was Antonio Pierce, I wouldn't even allow that to transpire. If I was Antonio Pierce, I would tell my front office, get me a truly good quarterback. I don't want no aging car pieces. I don't want a guy in. Does it piss you off how much you pay for your monthly phone bill? Why are you getting frustrated when our partner Mint Mobile has plans as low as $15 a month that give you unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network? Stop getting frustrated with how much you spend on your monthly phone bill and go to trymintmobile.com/JT Sports and description and pin comment down below to get access to premium wireless for only $15 a month. That's only $15 a month. Switching to Mint It's easy. It only takes 15 minutes to do. If you're pissed off with how much you pay for your monthly phone bill, switch to Mint Mobile today and go to trymintmobile.com/JT Sports in description and pin comment down below to get premium wireless for only $15 a month. Stop getting upset with how much you spend on your monthly phone bill and switch to Mint Mobile today. Justin Fields, who is unproven going into his 4th season, like, I want a guy who I know is going to give me consistent, good quarterback play week in and week out, because I'm going against Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh twice a season. Like, why are people so okay with just having anything at quarterback? Why do people think you can win with anything? You need good quarterback play to make it far. Unless you're Kyle Shanahan and you just have a wizard as an offensive mind as your head coach, you're not going to go that far with just anybody at QB. If you want to win and you want to be a serious contender in the National Football League, if you're Antonio Pierce, you need a good quarterback. Either draft a quarterback in the draft or try to get a significant upgrade or somebody who you know is going to produce, like a Kirk Cousins or maybe a Baker Mayfield. Russell Wilson is aging. The majority of what has made Russell Wilson what he's been known for in his career has been his athleticism. He's 36 years old, damn near. He's getting old. He's not getting any younger. He's not getting any faster. And the reason why the offense that Sean Payton designed around Russell Wilson was heavily criticized wasn't because Sean Payton's a bad play caller, but it's because Russ was so limited that that's the best that Sean Payton could do to have a somewhat functional offense. He's not good throwing in the middle of the field. He doesn't have the same arm strength that he once had to push the ball vertically. And he isn't a good athlete anymore. He's a marginal athlete at this point in his career. And he's not a guy who's going to be able to be Houdini Russ like he was with the Seattle Seahawks when he was breaking out of 3-4 sacks and extending plays for like 20 damn seconds. That's not who Russell Wilson is anymore. For you to win with Russell Wilson, you need a great offensive coordinator or offensive-minded head coach and a lot of talent around him. The Raiders don't necessarily have that right now. And you got a head coach in Antonio Pierce who is in a division where he's going up against 2, 3 more proven coaches than what he is. You're going up against 3 of the greatest coaches in the NFL right now, 2 of them which are finna be future Hall of Famers. And Jim Harbaugh is one of the greatest football coaches ever, NFL and collegiately. You're not about to win shit with Russell Wilson. I'm tired of people trying to make it seem like Russell Wilson was failed by Denver. No, Russell Wilson, he failed Denver. They gave this dude all this money, and we want to make it seem like Russell Wilson was the victim. No, Russell Wilson played like dog shit under Nathaniel Hackett. If you're an elite quarterback, you are a veteran. You're Russell Wilson. You're supposed to be able to elevate the coaching. You're supposed to make the guy calling the plays look better than what he actually is. There were people who made it seem like Pete Carroll was the problem in Seattle. The year they get rid of Russell Wilson, they make it to the playoffs with Geno freaking Smith. That should tell you everything you need to know about where Russell Wilson is at this point in his career. He got replaced by Geno Smith, and Geno took them to the playoffs, and he played at an MVP level, and he played better than Russell Wilson that same season, and beat him in the first game. Antonio Pierce, if he wants to get fired, it would be a great decision to sign Russell Wilson. But if Antonio Pierce actually wants to succeed as the head coach in Las Vegas and actually make the Raiders relevant again, it will make more sense to go in a different direction, because a 36-year-old aging quarterback that can't win from within the pocket with regressing athleticism is not going to be the key to competing in damn near the toughest conference or division in the NFL. And hell, even in the AFC alone, this is where the majority of the NFL's top quarterbacks reside. You're not going to have a lot of success in your own division, let alone in this conference, which you have in Russell Wilson. You need a younger, better quarterback if you want to win and you want to contend in this division. And if you want to go with an aging, older, veteran quarterback that's proven, then you will go after Kirk Cousins, because he's the only quarterback that will be available on the market that you actually know you're going to get dependable quarterback play out of him. You're not going to get dependable quarterback play out of a dude that's 36 years old who doesn't have the same athleticism that he once has, which has made him what he has been when he was at his peak. I love Antonio Pierce, and I like the hire, but signing Russell Wilson to be his QB1 would be a dumbass decision. A dumbass decision.